Okay, Bitcoin followed the plan to a T. So while most were calling for 80K plus, 100K even, some even calling crazy amounts like millions of dollars, there were clear sell signals up the top here and that the drop was going to come down to this 49K. As you can see from there, that is exactly what we've done. All right, so from there, this is really my only bullish option left. If we go below this 49K, I believe the market's done. And I'll explain why in a moment. So the best case scenario is the way that we've moved. This is what most people have been calling the whole existence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up, A, B, C flat correction, 5 up again, and then they were calling this a WXY. The problem with that, let me just start that again because I went too fast. So they're calling that wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. They were calling this a WXY, and then we're going up for that. The problem with that is there's a rule that's called alternation rule, which is where if the first one is a very simple and shallow retracement, which you can see it came to the 382. Let me just get off log. Okay, 382. Then the next one should be deeper and more complex. So the fact that this was just a simple shallow WXY didn't fit the game plan of the alternation rule. Okay, so it only also came to the 382. And a very simple zigzag. So there was no alternation. They were both shallow. So what I was talking about with the students in Master of the Markets was that it should go deeper. And really you'd be looking at this one here. It could come down this 618 as well, but I'm going to explain why this is your big level here. Okay, so right now we've come down, we've hit the fib 5, my target, the 49, and really this is the only bullish option that's left in the fact that we've now had a more complex triple zigzag and that we can actually could bottom here and go up. I'm going to tell you why that is a possibility, but it's my least likely scenario. And I'm going to show you why, because there's multiple charts saying different things. Okay, so again, we don't pick bottoms. What we need to do is bounce up here, go and actually change market structure before we even hint at any sign of life, first of all. But you've got that there. So after that, what we want to look at is just kind of like what's happened so far. Before I dive into other charts, I'm just going to unpack Bitcoin a bit here. As you can see down here, this was the FTX collapse hit right here. Okay, so FTX came out, it collapsed, we went down. As you can see, the market came down. They saw it as a buy the dip opportunity. And once the data got above there, that's the market, that's the data telling you that it shrugged off that event. Okay, so if FTX was so bad and it's supposed to be the end of crypto, why is the price back above the price from where it started? See how it doesn't make sense? So that's what we're looking at now. This was the ETF launch right here. So if the ETF launch was so bullish, and again, this is where everyone started going really bullish, everything, you know, institutional money, blah, 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 whatever it is they sprout to you. Why has it gone up and come all the way back and gone through it then? Okay, so if it was to break through this level, then that was distribution. Okay, that was a sell the news event. That was them selling into the ETF. Why would they sell into the ETF? Because most retailers are still holding from there. Most retailers are begging for the bull run to come back just to break even. You see it. And they're frustrated because the only thing that's been going up is Bitcoin. Altcoins are still at the same level, besides a few key ones like Sol and Render and stuff like that, or ones that I've talked about. But they've all, they're either down still from this bear market lows and they've gone nowhere. So they're frustrated. Okay. Bitcoin right now, they can't sell into retailers because retailers don't have any money. You know, they're struggling. They're living week to week right now, and they're still holding the tops from here. So the only way they can get volume to sell into it is through an ETF. If you unpack the data from the ETF, over 90% of the volume during the ETF on the data on the inflows was retailers. It's not institutional money, it's retailers. So it's mum and dad investors who finally go, oh, sweet, I can buy this thing, put it into my super. They're the people that have been buying it, which is then big money distributing into the ETF. If we break below that level, because again, it will tell you that sell the news event. Okay, so A lot of things like that can really help you kind of understand what could be going on, because the minute the data gets through there, that's the data telling you that the ETF, all the hype of the ETF, then why is it going down? Okay, that's where it launched. Why is it below launch price? That means they were selling into it. Are they selling into it? Let's go have a look. Let's look at the ETF, IBIT. Okay, iShares Bitcoin Trust. Let's unpack what it's doing. Okay, it initially got sold off into, it then soared, and then from March here, it's been distributed and now broken the lows here. Okay, let's unpack the volume that's been going on here. Okay, if you look at the volume from that top in March, it's had sell pressure on the down, low volume on the up, sell pressure on the down. Okay, so that means there's more volume on the down days than there is on the up days, which means that there is selling pressure, which means that it's being distributed. Okay, so volume is confirming the distribution on that as well. They're not buying it. It's not being accumulated. Okay, do you really think institutional money is going to let 90% of the retailers' volume fill up their bags, and then send them to the moon? No, that's not how big money works. How big money works is they wait till they think something is dead. Let's look at Microsoft, the #1 company in the world during the tech bubble. Okay, #1 company in the world during the tech bubble, still dropped 80%. Okay, everyone knew the internet was the next best thing, just like blockchain. However, what institutional money does is that they drive it down and then they spend time accumulating it. They need time to accumulate it before they send it off to the moon. Now they've loaded up their bags and they go. Okay, this is where big money accumulates. They don't show me where Bitcoin accumulated during this period here. There's no time, there's no accumulation. Okay, there's a falling wedge there. That's it, but there's no accumulation there. Okay, so what they'll do is that they will bring it down and make it seem dead, halving cycle is over, accumulate over it, and then you'll get your public participation. Like I've always said, I believe that if you look at the all-time history index, we've never had a sideways correction. We've only ever had sharp corrections, sharp corrections, sharp corrections. Okay, we've never had a sideways correction. Like I said, what I believe has happened is that we are correcting its whole thing. I believe that that was the market top, and this whole thing is one big sideways correction. Okay, an expanded flat or some form of complex correction. Okay, so here come up and then come back down and either come down to the 20s here and do like a running flat and go, or we take out the lows, or it might even double bottom. But either way, as the data shows us, volume's not supporting this move here. It's still not supporting it. It's being corrective, and until we start to break out through those highs, time frames are bearish. Okay, so if you look at it, weekly is in a downtrend, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So until we take out this high here of 68,000, it's bearish. Monthly is still bullish. However, it's just broken through a pretty key level. So unless the monthly literally rockets up from now and we've still got a while to go, like 3 weeks to go. But right now we've broken through major resistance that was support. So unless this rockets up and closes up here, that's not looking good there. Okay, daily is bearish. Lower low, lower high, lower low. Okay, so we need that to change market structure and get back above that 68K before I start thinking about any further highs. Even if we do get a further high, it'll be a short-lived wave 5 top. Best case scenario, up around that 80 kind of K, which, that's not really gonna do much, is it? You're not gonna get the alt run like you think you're gonna get. So let's just check out altcoins. So others dominance. Okay, here, like I've been talking about as well, we've been this whole move up. We bounced off the 618. Okay, we bounced off the 382. People thought the bottom was in. That turned into resistance. We bounced off the 618. People thought, and now we've gone through it. Okay, so we're not being bought off the zag zone right now. We broke through major support. So unless we have some kind of miracle where we break up, test the support, and change structure through, break this downtrend, this thing is in a downtrend, altcoins are getting wrecked. Okay, so we need to at least break back above the 183. But really, until we start breaking through this 250, I'm not interested whatsoever. It's still in a downtrend. It's still bearish since I called the top in March back here. Again, I've made it very clear to stay clear of crypto since then. And it's been a good call because people have been getting absolutely wrecked. From there, others dominance as well. Okay, we're on significant change of trend right now. Okay, trend line support from existence. If we don't bounce off here, we're in trouble. So again, has to come up, change structure, break through the trend line, then I'll start to get a bit interested, but I really want to see it get back through here. Support, 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 become resistance. So if we can get back through that 10.5%, I'm starting to get a bit more interested. Until then, it's in a very clear downtrend. Yes, we're on a major support level where it could bounce. This has been my target when I sold in March. I said, get the hell out. Most alts are down 80 or 90% since then. This was my target. We've hit it right now. Okay, so we could bottom here, just like I showed you, Bitcoin hit my target now as well. So if we're gonna bottom, it's gonna be here, but I don't pick bottoms. I wait for confirmation. I'd rather leave a little bit of money on the table and have confirmation than go all in, because it's really hard for me to get my liquidity back out again if I haven't got that confirmation. All right, so I like to have nice clear trend in markets like we had here. Trend in markets when it's pretty much sideways and that, I'm not interested. Okay, others dominant. So again, looking at it here, want to start seeing the Bitcoin dominance as well break down. Okay, so this one here again could be again chance at the bottom, but again waiting for the structure. Okay, while Bitcoin is going up, Bitcoin dominance is going up, alts will not do well. Trying to see if my picture is okay. When Bitcoin dominance is going up, altcoins don't do well. We need this dominance to go down. So there is a bit of a rising wedge here. Okay, so let's change to the weekly to be able to see. So if we did start to break down out of here, but ultimately what I need to do is break through here as well. Okay, old resistance has become support. So if we did something like this, we started to roll down and get through there, then we'd be looking for something. That would be okay. Okay, but until then, nothing on that one as well. USDT dominance. Okay, this has come up and hit the 618 here. So again, could be so from here. Okay, we've come up and hit the 618. All right, old resistance as old support as resistance, sorry. So again, we'll see how we go here. If it was to reject, change structure and come back down, that could be a good sign. But if it gets back through there, at the moment, this isn't an uptrend. Well, this is an uptrend, not interested in crypto. Okay, but if it starts flipping back around, then I'll get interested. Okay, so another chart telling me, yes, at a key, just like Bitcoin's at a key support, just like your others, dominance is at a key support, this is at a key resistance, we'll start to see whether or not. Okay, so it could happen, but again, you're picking bottoms if you are. USDC. Okay, again, this one has changed structure. Okay, so coming down, bullish divergence, if I confirm the move at the moment, high, low, high, low. We've changed market structure. So unless this starts to come back below this red zone and back below here, this is bullish market structure, which means when this is going up, crypto won't be going up. Okay, so just another thing showing that it's not looking good there as well. Now let's look at a few other key things as well. Let's look at the VIX against Bitcoin. Okay, so as you can see here, whenever the VIX is outperforming Bitcoin, it's never ended well. So if you look here, this here was your January 2018. Okay, so your 2017 top. When the VIX starts to outperform Bitcoin, you go into a bear market. Here, July 2019, this was then going into your COVID crash. And then here, May 2020, this was your 64K top. Here, this was your 69K top. And here we are now. Okay, so now at the moment, we've pushed up. Okay, not a good first sign. Could be a bit of a pullback, but at the moment, we haven't had an official change of structure, but we're not going lower anymore. Lower, lower, lower. So again, if we have rejected that 618, then, we're up in the zag zone. Could be a good sign that it comes and goes, but at the moment, I need to see this change back again. Okay, looking at a few other key ones, Bitcoin against S&P 500. As you can see here, and it's funny because you wouldn't realize this, but Bitcoin has actually underperformed the stock market since 2021. Okay, since March 2021, it's actually underperformed. So you were better off holding the stock market, SP 500, than you were Bitcoin since then. As you can see, last time we made 69K top, this made a low. This time we made a 70K top, made a low. So why is it doing that at the moment? Downtrend against the stock market. Okay, so again, another thing, till this starts to change and break back up, I'm not interested. Okay, again, it could have bottomed, resistance, support, but I'm not a bottom picker. I'm all about confirmation. I'm all about, I want to be in trending markets. Even if that is a bottom, by the time it actually, to come back or to retrace most of this move anyway and start to move, that's really dead money. It's just, you're doing nothing for ages. So when the markets start trending like this, that is where you make money. If you've been following me for a while, I've been bullish on crypto only 3 times in 2023. It was from December till March, December 2022 to March. Then it was from the June lows, which is when I did that YouTube video talking about buying the bottom of alts. And then, as you know, I then sold into the ETF. But then once I saw that actually it changed, I went back in again and then I sold everything up in March, as you know. Okay, so there's only, and what were they? They were all the trending times. Dead money, now dead money. Okay, I'm not interested when it's going like that. There's no point trying to surf in shitty waves. You don't want to surf in whitewash. You want to surf beautiful barrels, nice waves, so that you can actually have fun and enjoy, make some profits. Okay, when you're trying to surf in whitewash, you'll get absolutely wrecked. People don't lose money in a bear market. They lose money in a sideways market. They lose money there, and there. I guarantee you've had pretty crappy trading last few months since March because it hasn't been trending. Okay, so be careful out there, guys. There's a lot of other reasons to just market. I'm going to have to do a big YouTube video on that to explain what's going on and how I knew the markets were turning, and why I put a massive hedge on 3 weeks ago. And I've put a lot of my money into bonds because the yields are dropping off. But yeah, just be really, really careful because yes, there is potential for a little bit of a blow off, but the odds are against you. And, just wait for confirmation. Better to leave a little bit of money on the table than to lose money. And the way to think about it is you can't go back in time and take your money back. Like once you've lost your money, you've lost it. But if you're out, you can always buy back in. Okay, so it's better to just leave a little bit of money on there, wait for confirmation, know you're good, because money, big money doesn't care about the 5-minute changing or the 1 hour changing. They care about the daily changing. When that daily changes market structure, they will get in. But at the moment, there's a lot of signs saying be careful. And until that changes, yes, this was my only bullish target that's left, and I posted about that a few weeks ago. But until that changes, I'm not interested. So be careful, take care, guys, and the next video I'll try and do a big update on the traditional markets and show you why I'm a little bit worried here. A lot of people are fearful from what happened the last couple of days. I was fearful from what I saw 3 weeks ago. So the markets have turned down a lot since then, and I'll explain to you what I saw then and why there's still potential for a lot more downside. So be very, very careful. Take care, everyone.